All right, I guess daily vlog here. It's about 7 o'clock. Just finished my first 5:30 a.m. client at their house. Brought my lady coffee because that's what a good man does. And now we're gonna try to knock out some squats. Been feeling like shit last couple days. And it's December, seasonal depression is real. I'm a coach, so I gotta motivate and keep myself accountable. And this is what we're doing. This is how I like to do it. Everybody says it must be nice. I have my own gym, but you gotta invest in where you know you're gonna have that return on your investment. I got this probably 4 years ago off Amazon for like 40 bucks, the vibrating foam roller. Get yourself one, dude. It's the best investment probably I've ever gotten off Amazon, to be real. Like that's over $30, of course, you know, little knick-knacky things here and there. But like 10 years ago, these were like $100, $200. Now you probably get one for like as low as $15, $20. But 4 modes, press the button on the side. I love breaking down the thick tissue of the glutes, the posterior chain, mostly the quads, the calves, and the feet if you're a runner. So love using this thing, especially if I need a quick warm up, just breaking down some of that tissue, getting some good blood flow up in there. And it's a little bit easier to use this rather than a soft foam roller where you really have to kind of manually manipulate yourself. This thing, you hear it, does most of the work for you. So get yourself one. Make sure when we roll over them knots, especially with the vibrating one, and breathe. I like to work extension and flexion of the foot and ankle, and that's what's gonna give us a little extra stretch and range of motion and overall mobility, especially as we put a little bit of pressure with that vibrating foam roller all across those fibers. Oh man, already I feel like my left is so much more loose than my right. And especially before something pretty demanding on the joints, like front squats, I like to get nice and loosey-goosey in the ankles, knees, hips. Oh, and make sure you're doing your prep work. Ugh. Sorry, my music's super loud, but I'm just trying to hold the front rack to warm up my wrists, elbows, and shoulders. I didn't hear a word I just said. Especially the lats. I will say though, one of the things that probably makes me happiest about kind of transitioning this whole YouTube type thing is I'm not gonna do that hard of a workout, and it's gonna be okay because I'm gonna be able to work out for like 4 or 5 days a week for probably, hopefully, the rest of my life. If it's a good week, maybe 6, ideally, maybe 7 if you count breath work and yoga and active recovery. But yeah, dude, like I remember 10 years ago, I wouldn't want to watch a video unless it was like, PR everything, teach me how to get super strong. There's like 95 pounds on this bar. Me personally, coming off of sickness, shoulder reconstruction, got a back issue, now my knee's hurting too. So ease into it, my dogs. I'll probably work with like maybe 85, like 200 pounds, if that. But yeah, dude, if you want to highlight, take that shit to Instagram. explodey. Yeah, so to kind of back up my point is I'm not just gonna work with this, but don't just rush into an attempt at a PR just because you see one of your favorite lifts on the programming, or you know that like, oh, in my lifetime I've done this, so I need to at least get close to it every single time. That could not be further from the truth, man. Granted, it's a different movement, but similar to squats. In maybe 2016, one of my buddies used to crush me in pull-ups, and I didn't do pull-ups for like a year, and he would do like 10, 12, 4 sets, 10, 12 easily, and all I did was lat pull-downs I would fail, work slow eccentrics, really try to mimic the pull-up as much as possible. And then like a year later, 2017, we had a pull-up contest. I think he did 16 in a row, and I think I did like 21 in a row. So at the end of the day, sure, like you can get stronger performing that exact movement, but the lat pull down at least allowed me to work progressive overload on certain parts of the movement and then work slow eccentrics. And a lot of research suggests that holding isometrics and eccentrics are almost as important as the concentric portion of any strength-based lift, because that's where you're getting the most time under tension. Time under tension equals more blood flow to the muscle, equals filling up the balloon with blood, equals it popping, equals soreness because muscle fibers tear and have to repair. So think smarter, not harder in your training per se. So don't worry about PRing all the fucking time.
Oh, that's good.
Hello, YouTube.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. The only appropriate shirt to wear when you find out some weird news.
Surprise guest. So the first half of this video was very calm and relaxing. So yeah, in a perfect world, I would not use a lifting belt. But me, personally, I have hurt my back multiple times doing squats specifically. Granted, it was a back squat, we're doing front squats now, but same movement pattern down low. Usually have some sort of like lumbar disc issues. I don't want to manifest herniation, things like that, but like literally like every time I try to barbell squat. So the last maybe 6 months or so, I've literally been rebuilding my entire squat. It's kind of the emphasis on going lighter and not needing to PR. But for me, this helps with the remembrance or the cueing of the intra-abdominal pressure that we're supposed to create around the core, not just the abs, but the back too, and create that TVA, that transverse abdominal pressure. My breath work, especially coming out of the hole on the squats, the deadlifts, even the bench press. A little fancy with that third one. obviously I probably wouldn't put this on Instagram, but if you see me at the gym and I look like a dick while I'm working out, it's probably because I'm in a very dark place in my head. And I like to listen to a little DMX, you know? There's these sick Pando and like white panda, or not panda, or white panda, PXNDO, Pando, whatever, and Sick Ick. They got a lot of cool like workout mixes. I like hip hop, but they do it in like a dubsteppy, techno, BPM, you know, works for the psychology. But we getting dark here. We got 2 more sets, 185. We're doing 5 sets of 3. A little more power base. Not trying to like, you know, lift the whole world up, but I am trying to get a little bit more thickness down low and working on the explodiness for all the things I do. Sports, work, life, you know, gotta make sure I... Alright, still getting used to this freaking camera. But yeah, last set wasn't really in focus, so moving forward. He's gonna crush this last one though. Just give me a minute to pick a song. Hey. Don't forget your unilateral work. Unilateral, one side at a time. That's a front rack, reverse lunge. Love anything in the front rack for counterbalance for the core. Usually a little more quad dominant. However, if you have the ability to hinge well, it's actually really good. Glute, hamstring, posterior burner as well. Of course, a lot of emphasis on the quads being front loaded, but get your damn unilateral work in.